What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. I'm Derek. We're talking about my New Year's resolution, which is all about gaming. I'm beating one game every month, so 12 games for the year that are stuck in my infinite backlog. Today's game in question, however, is Star Wars Republic Commando. This came out for the original, the OG Xbox, March 1st, 2005. But I ended up playing it on PS4 because it was on sale for the Star Wars Day sale. And this was released on April 6th of 2021. I remember when I pre-ordered this and bought this from GameStop back in the day, I actually got like the first book. I believe it was Hard Contact. Never read it, but pre-orders used to mean something. Not really going to be many spoilers for this, so shouldn't need to be worried about that by any means. Super quick plot synopsis. The Clone Wars have begun and you are the leader of Delta Squad, elite clone commandos. What is good about Republic Commando? Squad-based Star Wars shooter was seriously an awesome idea to do. I mean, there's so much you can do. You could do literally any kind of game in the Star Wars universe. And I know up until that point we had like Dark Forces and Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and even to a certain extent Jedi Knight Academy, which you could go first person, like in it could be a first person shooter. This worked really well as an idea. This game is divided up into three main sections. There is Geonosis, which is awesome and slightly off topic, but one of my favorite maps in Star Wars Battlefront 2 for PS4. The ship, which I can't remember what it was called exactly, so forgive me on that. Maybe I'll have it pop up right above my head if I remember to look it up. And then finally, you end the game on Kashyyyk. I really dug the ship missions a lot in the game. Geonosis and Kashyyyk were just kind of standard, like, okay, we're running through shooter style. The ship missions, however, they didn't feel like a Star Wars game. They felt more like a horror game. So I was like, this is a very interesting aspect of this. Because, Star Wars, you're going to think Jedi. Going to think Sith. Horror shooter, though, very unique. And I was digging what it was going for on that ship. So, what's bad? I'm not going to knock this point too hard. Because I know it was an original Xbox game. Compared to other stuff that came out around that time, the graphics kind of leave a little more to be desired. But like I said, I'm not going to hammer that one home very much. It was 2005. I'll get over it. The thing I will not get over, though, is the AI. Oh my God, the AI. The people seriously complain about Sheva in Resident Evil 5 as some of like the dumbest AI. And I have seen those complaints. Never had issues with Sheva playing Resident Evil 5 by myself. The AI in this game, my God, it's bad. I don't like the fact that, and I know you gotta give them orders like, oh, you go over here, you man that turret, you anti-armor, grenades, whatever. You should not have to tell your clone troopers to fucking heal at every single back to tank because they're idiots. Like, they should just, oh, I'm hit. Before we move into the next area, I need to heal. That really slows down the pace of the game because you're like, all right, you get some back to. You get some back to. And, God, all three of you get some back to. Like, it was really annoying. And then there was multiple times I would like literally be like, eliminate that target. And then they would just be like standing there just getting shot by the target. I was like, oh my fucking God. So that really, really got annoying later in the game. The controls and mechanics got kind of frustrating at times. Especially if you've got the droid pods that drop down and you're just trying to run up and plan it yourself. Because sometimes you get too close to like a door to slice or placing a breach charge or just, detonation charge on those, or literally anything, because God knows you do that all the time in this game. You could be standing where you need to be, and it would still like try to signal somebody over. And then, of course, they're running through. I was like, come on, fuck. Like, so it did get frustrating at times, and then plus dealing with the bad AI. And I mean literally very bad AI. There's not a lot of variation in the game. It is slice that door, plant that explosive. We have to defeat this. That kind of gets very repetitive and very old really quick. And before anybody's like, well, what about Halo 2? At least Halo 2, I didn't have to deal with dumbass AI that was already revving my engine high and then having to do the same shit over and over and over again. Last thing I'm going to say, and this isn't even a good or a bad thing. If anything, I guess you could probably take this as a good thing. This game honestly does deserve a remake and deserves to be expanded upon. Give us more levels. The Star Wars universe is infinite with anything that we can think of and do. They could easily remake all of this, like, and I'm talking like, when I say remake, just think like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4 level of remake. Add more missions. You can add PvP multiplayer. That would be awesome. And then you could literally go many different ways. You could go just straight up team deathmatch, like Halo or Call of Duty. Or you could easily make this into a battle royale with clone troopers. I'll be honest, I hate battle royales. I'm, I guess, old school. I'll play Halo. I won't even play Call of Duty anymore. That itch has been scratched and has been long dead since the first Modern Warfare remake. But Halo, I still play that on occasion. And that style, like of just game type, would be awesome with the clone troopers. And you could add customization to just make your armor look sweet. Different color schemes. I mean, there's so much you could do. So this game honestly does deserve the remake treatment, if I'm being 100% honest. So, replay value score. Would I replay this? No, I would not. If they put out a remake of it, hell yeah, I will be there day one. Did I get my value out of this game? Yes, I did. Because during the PlayStation sale, I got it for like $5. So $5 I felt completely content with. If I would have went through, struggled through, and beat this when I bought it on original Xbox for like $60, yeah, I would have been pissed. $5 though, it is definitely worth it at that point. What score would I give Republic Commando? I'm going to give this a 5. The AI sinks this game so freaking bad. And it sucks because the idea is genius. And as I literally was just saying, it needs to be revisited and remastered properly, or just a complete remake and add more missions and just game option or game modes. It would be totally bitchin' if they did that. But that will do it for Star Wars Republic Commando, guys. Make sure to comment your thoughts down below on the game. If you want to talk Star Wars, let's just talk Star Wars. I mean, we could do that. Since I'm a fan again now, or at least my... that's a long story. But drop a like on the video if you enjoyed yourself today, and consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. And yeah, until next time, you guys have a good one.